Your mind is moving right now. You can feel it, that current of thoughts that refuses to finish, arriving without invitation at precisely the moment your body needs rest. A thought about tomorrow arrives. Before it finishes, another one shoulders in. Then another. They don't cue, they collide. And here's what makes it worse. You're aware of the collision happening. You're watching your mind fail to settle. And that awareness is another thought, which makes the pileup worse. It's a loop. It feeds itself. This is what burnout looks like at 11 p.m. And tonight, we are not going to try to fix that. Because the effort of trying is what keeps you awake. The discipline, the focus, the gripping, all of that is still effort. And effort is the opposite of rest. So here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to stop fighting the current. We're going to step out of the river altogether.
Welcome to Sharon's Sleep Stories. I'm Sharon, your storyteller and your guide into the deep, still place where ordinary rest doesn't touch. For the next 45 minutes, my voice is going to walk beside you. Not ahead of you, not pushing you. Beside you, step by step, into somewhere quieter. Before we begin, where in the world are you right now? And what time is it? It doesn't matter what the answer is. It only matters that you know it. Because part of letting go is knowing what you're letting go from. If this is the first time you've been here, consider subscribing. Not because I'm asking you to, because you already know on some level that you'll need this again. Your mind will race again. And when it does, you'll come back. Now, so your mind keeps its eye open. This is especially true if you've experienced burnout. Burnout isn't just tiredness. Tiredness you can sleep off. Burnout is when your nervous system has been chronically activated for so long that it forgets what it feels like to be off. The burnout mind is a mind that has learned that rest is a luxury for people who don't have anything to worry about. And if you're smart, if you're aware, if you're any good at what you do, then you have things to worry about. always. So your mind stays on. And now, when you lie down to sleep, when you're finally giving it permission to rest, it's so practiced at vigilance that it doesn't know how to stop. It's like asking a war horse to forget the sound of the trumpet. The vigilance isn't the problem. The problem is that your mind doesn't trust that the war is actually going. Now, here's the truth. You don't need to convince yourself that it's safe. You don't need to argue with your mind. You don't need to use discipline or willpower or cognitive therapy to tell yourself, no, actually, everything is fine. Because your mind knows better. Your mind knows there are real things to worry about. Your mind is right. What you need to do is something different. You need to create a place, not in your head, but in your experience, where the rules are different, where the old job of vigilance doesn't apply, where your mind can finally clock out because the shift has genuinely changed. That place is where we're going. Now, in a moment, I'm going to guide you down a staircase. 10 steps. And with each step, you're going to leave something behind. Not forcefully, not through effort. Simply by moving towards something else. But before we start that descent, I want you to understand the thoughts will still arrive. In 10 minutes, in 30 minutes, a thought might surface. And when it does, we're not going to fight it. We're not going to try to push it away or replace it with positive thinking. We're simply going to let it pass, the way a leaf passes through still water. Your job is not to have a quiet mind. Your job is to stop listening to the noise as though it matters. Now, in a moment, we're going to begin the descent. But first, I want you to find a position where your body can be completely supported. If you're in bed, let your body settle into the mattress, every part of you. Your head, your shoulders, your spine, your legs. Let the bed hold you. If you're lying on a couch, on a floor, on a bench, wherever you are, let the surface below you become the only thing that's holding you up. You don't have to hold yourself anymore. The earth is doing that. Good. Now, I want you to notice your breath, not to change it, just to notice it. Where does the breath move through your body? Your nose, your mouth, your chest, your belly. Don't try to breathe right. There is no right. Just notice where the air is moving right now.
And as you notice that breath, I want you to imagine something. At the top of a great staircase, the staircase we're about to descend, there's a door. And beyond that door is the place we're walking toward. The forest, the clearing, the moonlight. But we don't rush to the door. We take the stairs one at a time. Step 1. With this first step, you're leaving behind the need to be anywhere else. The meetings that are scheduled, the emails that will arrive tomorrow, the person you need to be at 7 a.m. They don't evaporate. They're real. But they're outside the door we just walked through. You are no longer in that time. You are in this time. The time between today and tomorrow. The time that belongs to you. And as you take this step, you might notice your shoulders becoming a little heavier, as though the weight of the day is finally finding a place to rest. Step 2. On this step, you're leaving behind the requirement to produce anything. No words, no solutions, no performance. You don't have to be impressive right now. You don't have to be capable. You don't have to prove anything. For this hour, for this night, you are allowed to be useless. And notice, as you take this step, that it feels like relief. Your jaw might soften a little. Step 3. On this step, you're releasing the conversations you didn't have today. The thing you should have said. The way you should have defended yourself. The cleverness that didn't arrive until after the moment passed.
All of that, it's not forgiven or resolved. It's simply not relevant right now. And your mind, for once, can stop rehearsing. Your hands might feel a little warmer. Step 4. On this step, you're releasing the need for certainty. The future doesn't require you to predict it tonight. It will arrive without your approval, without your planning. You can let it surprise you. You can be wrong about tomorrow. You can be wrong about everything. And your breath, you might notice, is becoming slower. Not because you're making it slower, but because your body finally is believing that there's enough time, enough air, enough everything. Step 5. Halfway down now. On this step, you're leaving behind the alertness that's been your companion. The part of you that's always listening for a sound out of place. Always scanning for what's wrong. That part can rest too. And your legs might feel heavy. Not bad heavy. Stone heavy. The heaviness of something that's finally allowed to be still. Step 6. On this step, you're releasing the obligation to be grateful. Not genuine gratitude, the real kind that comes from the heart. But the performed kind. The kind where you're supposed to feel lucky or blessed. And when you don't, you feel worse. None of that tonight. You are allowed to feel exactly what you feel. Step 7. On this step, the mist around you is becoming thicker. You can see only a few feet ahead. And this doesn't frighten you, because you understand on some level that you don't need to see the whole path.
You just need to see the next step, and then the one after that. Your eyelids might feel heavy. Let them.
Step 8. On this step, you're releasing the last of the need to try, the trying to be calm, the trying to relax, the trying to sleep. You're not going to make anything happen. You're going to stop preventing it from happening. Step 9. One more step to go. On this step, You're releasing this moment. The moment of descending. The moment of listening to my voice. Soon, you'll be so deep into rest that even my words will fade from your awareness. But that moment, this moment, where you're still partly here, still partly listening, you're releasing the need for this to be different than it is. This is perfect. Step 10. And now you've arrived. Step 10. And now you've arrived.
You're standing at the edge of a clearing. The moon is full and silver white, and it's hanging low in a sky that's so dark it's almost black. Not threatening black, rest black. The black of deep night. The black that only exists when there's no one awake to disturb it except you. The clearing is covered in moss. Not the thin, scrappy kind you find in a garden. This is deep moss, the kind that grows where a place has been undisturbed for centuries. It's soft, softer than any mattress. And it's holding the moonlight in a way that makes the whole ground glow faintly, like it's breathing. The air here is cool, not cold. Cool the way water is cool, the way stone is cool. The kind of cool that feels like relief on skin that's been warm too long. There's no sound. Not silence like absence. Silence like presence. Like the world has been so thorough in its rest that sound itself has decided to sleep.
In the center of the clearing is a stone. The stone is ancient. It's been here so long that moss grows across part of it. And the stone itself seems to have become part of the ground, as though the earth has been slowly drawing it deeper into itself. But the flat top of the stone is smooth, worn smooth by time and by the rain of countless nights. This is the stone where you're going to rest. You walk toward it now, your feet barefoot or clothed, it doesn't matter. Settle into the moss with each step. Each step is slightly deeper than the last, as though you're moving into water. But it's not water.
It's just moss, just softness. And your body feels lighter with each step.
When you reach the stone, you lie down on it. The stone is cool against your back. Your shoulders find their place. Your head settles. The small curve in the stone seems to have been designed exactly for the curve of your spine, for the weight of your skull, for the place where your tailbone meets the bone of the stone. You fit here perfectly. Above you, the sky is unimaginable. The stars are not the dimmed, distant stars you see from a city. These are the stars as they appear when no one is polluting the night with light. These are the stars that drove ancient humans to see patterns, to tell stories, to try to understand what they were looking at. You don't have to understand anything. You just have to look. One star, then another. They're not moving, but it feels somehow as though they're aware of you, as though you've been invited into a conversation between the stars and the stone and the moss and the ancient trees. Your breath here has become very slow, not shallow, deep and slow. The kind of breath your body takes when it's finally completely safe, when there's nothing to fear and nothing to prepare for. Just air and time and the vast, unconcerned sky. There's a particular kind of tree that grows here. If you were to open your eyes fully, you'd see them. Their bark is silver white, the color of moonlight, made solid. And as the night deepens, you realize that the moonlight is not just reflecting off the trees. The trees are made of the same substance as the moonlight. They're not separate from the night. They're an expression of it. Everything here is made of moonlight. The stone you're resting on, the moss, the air, and slowly, as you lie here, you become made of moonlight too. Your hands, your arms, the breath moving through your lungs, all of it is becoming the same substance. You are not a separate thing, resting in a place. You are the place. And in this dissolving, in this release of the boundary between you and the world, your mind finally stops. Not stops working, stops trying. The racing thoughts, they're still there somewhere, but they're very far away now. They're beyond the trees, beyond the clearing, beyond the edge of this moonlit place. And you don't care about them anymore. They belonged to a different time, a different you. Here, there is nothing to worry about. Here, there is no mistake that cannot be unmade. Here, there is no tomorrow that requires your attention. There is only the stone, the moss, the moonlight, the vast spinning circle of the stars. And you, finally, are allowed to rest the vast spinning circle of the stars. And you, finally, are allowed to rest. While you rest, I want to tell you a story. Not because it's wise, but because it's true. And you already know it in your body. There was once a person who became obsessed with controlling what couldn't be controlled. This person had an adult child. The child was struggling financially, emotionally. It doesn't matter what the specifics were. And this parent made a decision. If I stay alert enough, if I think through every scenario, if I anticipate every problem, maybe I can prevent my child from suffering. So this person lay awake at night, thinking through worst-case scenarios, planning solutions, mentally rehearsing conversations, worrying, always worrying. The reasoning was simple. If I'm vigilant enough, I can catch the problem before it becomes a disaster. Thoughts. And notice something important. This parent never slept deeply again. Because the moment you accept the premise, my worry is protecting someone, you can never rest. Because the moment you rest, the moment your mind stops running through scenarios, you've stopped protecting. You've abandoned your post. This is not love. This is a trap disguised as love. And then, one day, the parent got sick. Not seriously, but seriously enough that the body reinforced the issue. Stop. You cannot do this anymore. And the parent stopped worrying. Not because the problems disappeared, not because everything got resolved, but because the body literally could not sustain the vigilance anymore. The exhaustion was too deep. And here's what happened. The child continued. The child struggled. The child made mistakes. The child also learned. The child also grew. The child also found their own solutions. The child also discovered their own resilience. And the world did not end. The parent realized something that changed everything. My constant worry was not protecting my child. My worry was only protecting my own illusion of control. The parent had been trying to use vigilance, sleeplessness, mental exhaustion, endless scenario planning as a way to prevent loss. As though the effort of worrying could somehow guarantee a particular outcome. But that's not how the world works. Loss happens. Problems arise. People we love struggle. And nothing we do at 3 a.m. while lying awake changes that basic reality. Here's what's important. This didn't make the parent stop caring. The parent still cared desperately, but the parent learned to care while resting, to love while sleeping, to be present while also being paradoxically absent from the endless loop of worry. This is what psychologists call radical acceptance. Not acceptance that everything is fine, but acceptance that some things are outside your control, and your job is not to control them. Your job is to rest. And here's the truth, that your nervous system already knows, even if your mind hasn't caught up. You cannot think your way into safety. You cannot worry your way into protection. You cannot stay awake enough to prevent all suffering. But your body knows how to heal. Your body knows how to recover. Your body knows how to generate the resilience and wisdom you actually need. And all of that happens in sleep, not while you're trying, not while you're vigilant, but in the surrendering, in the letting go, in the moment when you finally accept, I cannot control this, and I don't have to. Right now, as you rest here, everything that needs to happen without you is happening. The people you love are continuing their lives. The world is turning. Problems are being solved, not by your worry, but by time, by human effort, by the basic momentum of existence. And you are finally completely allowed to stop trying to prevent what cannot be prevented. You are allowed to sleep. Let me tell you what's happening in your body right now. Your muscles are letting go. All of them. Your shoulders, which have been holding so much weight for so long, are releasing. The tension in your neck is unwinding. Your jaw, which has been clenched, maybe for hours, maybe for months, is softening. Your entire body is becoming heavy. Not heavy like burden, heavy like stone, like the ancient stone in this clearing, like something that has found its place and is finally, completely resting in it. And as your body becomes heavier, your breath is becoming slower. Each inhale is drawing in not just air, but rest. Each exhale is releasing not just carbon, but worry. And with each cycle of breath, you're sinking deeper into the stone, deeper into the moss, deeper into the night. Your heartbeat is slowing. Your blood pressure is dropping. The stress hormones that have been flowing through your system for days, weeks, maybe months, they're finally beginning to clear. Your body, which has been in a state of emergency, is finally receiving the signal. The emergency is over.
It's safe to rest. And in this rest, your immune system is rebuilding. Your cells are repairing themselves. Your brain is consolidating memories, disposing of toxins, preparing itself for tomorrow. But you don't need to think about any of this. You just need to feel it. Your legs are heavy. So heavy. As though they're made of lead or stone or the dark earth itself. And this heaviness is not something to resist. This heaviness is what rest feels like.
And now, as you lie here, I want you to imagine something. With each breath you take, imagine that you're breathing in the cool air of the forest. Cool, ancient, pure air that has never touched a city. Air that has been here since before humans had a name for it. And with each exhale, you're releasing everything else. Releasing the day. Releasing the need to be anyone. Releasing the need to do anything. Releasing the fiction that rest is something you have to earn. Just breathing. Just existing. Just being held by the night. Before it finishes, another one shoulders in. Then another. They don't cue. They collide. Your eyes have long since closed. And in that darkness, behind your eyelids, there is not emptiness. There is infinite space. Space where thoughts can exist without clinging to you. Space where images can arise and dissolve without demanding your attention. Space where your mind can finally, truly rest. And in this space, a single word is dissolving. This space, a single word is dissolving. That word is I. I should be sleeping better. I should be calmer. I should be able to handle this. I should I should. I should. All of that is dissolving. And in its place, there is just this. Just the stone. Just the breath. Just the slow, inevitable sinking into the rest that has been waiting for you. Your mind, which has been so faithful in its vigilance, is finally learning to be unfaithful. It's learning to abandon the post. It's learning that the war was never real, that the emergency was a fiction, that the only true thing, the only thing that has ever been true, is this: you are safe. It's learning to abandon the post. It's learning that the war was never real, that the emergency was a fiction, that the only true thing, the only thing that has ever been true, is this: you are safe. You have always been safe. You will always be safe. Not because everything is okay. Not because problems have been solved. But because you are held. You are held by the night. You are held by the earth. You are held by time itself, which continues whether you're awake or asleep, whether you're aware or unaware. And in this holding, there is nothing left to do. Before it finishes, another one shoulders in, then another. They don't cue. They collide. Not because everything is okay. Not because problems have been solved. But because you are held. You are held by the night. Not because everything is okay. Not because problems have been solved. But because you are held. You are held by the night. You are held by the earth. You are held by time itself, which continues whether you're awake or asleep, whether you're aware or unaware. And in this holding, there is nothing left to do. Your breath is becoming so slow now that you can barely feel it. And this is good. This is what we're aiming for. Not death, not numbness, but a rest so deep that the distinction between sleeping and waking begins to dissolve. You are no longer on the edge of sleep. You are in it, fully, completely. And my voice is becoming softer, not because I'm whispering, but because you're sinking deeper into the place where words don't travel, where only breath travels, where only the slow pulse of rest exists. And so, I'm going to leave you here now. Not because this story is over, but because the story no longer needs a storyteller. You are safe. You are resting. You are home. Good night from Sharon's Sleep Stories.